Hello, you're watching another video tutorial for Power 3D, and in this video I'm going to cover the Para Edit Poly container, which basically does everything that Edit Poly modifier can do in 3D Max, but in a parametric way. So if you don't know what Edit Poly does, let me just give you an example. Just start with the simple plane with some divisions. I'm going to turn on the edges so you can see the polygons. Here we go. We can either convert this object to edit poly, or we just add an edit poly modifier on it. And if you're familiar with edit poly modifier, you know that you can perform different operation on the different sub-object level. So for instance, you can choose vertices and select some vertices over here, and then do one of these operation. For instance, we can transfer them. All right, we can even go to we can, for example, go to the faces, a bunch of the faces, and then we can extrude them. We can also use insert. We can do that individually, but what we cannot do is that we cannot differ the amount that we are giving in the insert operation. For example, if I change that, it's going to change it all in all polygons. So if I'm supposed to do that with edit poly, I have to pick each edit poly, insert it, and then go the next one, go for next one, next, and so on. Same thing for extrude. If I want to do a different height, I have to select it one by one and extrude it like that. So but however, this can be done in a parametric way with the Para Edit Poly. So let's go and check out how it works for us. I'm going to copy this object over here. In order to use Edit Poly container, we need to first bring this object into Para 3D. So to do that, you select that. Don't forget to add Edit Poly, because we need this object to be editable poly. And then click on the Para, say assign controller, because you just want to have a container node that represent that in Para 3D. So I have now a container node that contains, basically, I can go here and select the members, it select the plane which I have created, and it's now I'm ready to work with this Para container. So to create an edit poly node, let me just delete this one. We have to go under containers, click on edit poly. It creates a new brand new edit poly node. If you look at the settings, you have the same settings as edit poly modifier: vertices, edges, faces. The borders or elements are not available, but obviously all the functions, all the operation that can be done on the elements and borders also can be done with the faces and edges. So so basically all the methods that are exposed to MaxScript, it has been integrated within the Para Edit Poly node. So first you need to decide which level you want to work with. So if the previous example, we extrude some faces of the polygon, so we have to select the faces, obviously. And once you choose a sub-object level, this menu, which contains all the operations are available for the faces of the polygon, will refresh and display the new function that are related to the face sub-object level. Here I'm going to look for extrude for now. Let's go for extrude faces. extrude faces by local number. That's what I'm looking for. And when you select an operation from this list, you notice that the parameter list under the Para3D container node gets refreshed, and it shows new set of parameters that are needed to be set for the operation that we're working with. In this case, we have, if you see a star mark in front of the parameter name, this means that without having a controller assigned to this channel, we cannot update the parent node. So first thing is that we need to provide an amount of extrusion. So I'm going to go with the random controller for now. So let's go with the random, and we can extrude these randomly from 1 to 10. That's random, selecting for random control. Now we just need to connect our polygon to the edit poly node, and you're ready to update. So you can see that it's extruded all the faces. The reason it extruded all the faces, and then I'm going to go back to the setting, is that we select all the faces here from the sub-object selection. So you can select the all the faces, open faces, the faces only on the border, and then operate that only on those faces that you define here. So I have the same issue when I update. Every time that I update, it gets a random value, but it will extrude entire polygon. Just like the edit poly modifier, once we select all the faces and we extrude them, all the faces came up together. When we want to do a random effect, we had to do these extrude one by one. This is the effect we're looking for. So in the Para Edit Poly, there is an option that it can allow you to do that operation, whichever you select from this list, independently from the other faces which you are selecting. So I'm going to go here and select independent operation, and I'm going to update that one more time, and you can see that the faces of our polygon has been extruded with a different random value. So every time basically that a face is being extruded, a new random value is being generated by the random controller. So it's a very useful function. I hope you learn how to use Edit Poly in Para3D. That's it for the first part.